You're listening to Voices of School Success, an inside look at progress and problems in Hamilton County school reform. This program is produced by the Public Education Foundation, a Hamilton County school partner whose mission is to improve student achievement in our community's public schools. To be notified of future podcasts and other information on Hamilton County public school reform, sign up for the PEF email newsletter at www.pefchattanooga.org.
Volkswagen Group of America will be bringing over 2,000 new jobs to Chattanooga. We talked with Jill Bratina, Volkswagen Director of Corporate Communications, about the nature of these jobs and how they relate to Hamilton County Public Schools. Jill, how important was workforce quality to Volkswagen Group of America's decision to locate in Chattanooga?
Workforce was probably at the top of our list. There were a number of factors, and so it's hard to say this was one, this was two, this was three. But when you think about investing $1 billion, you think about the 2,000 people that are going to make that $1 billion plan a reality, you want to know that you've got the right workforce to help you succeed. You need to have educated workforce, people who are committed to your product, not just a workforce that's educated today, but a pipeline of employees for years to come. And looking at Hamilton County and looking at Tennessee, we were extremely impressed with what the state has done, with what the county has done, both in the public education K through 12 through to the community colleges and at the university level. And all of those aspects are going to be very important to us. We need to have engineers, we need to have highly skilled employees, and that begins at the earliest levels.
Did you consider the quality of the Hamilton County public school system?
The quality of the county school system was important to us because it is a pipeline for future employees. But at the same time, it's important for the employees that will be coming to Chattanooga that already work for Volkswagen to know that they have a good place for their children to receive an education. And so we needed to look at it from both angles, and we were absolutely impressed. I think for anyone that has looked at what the public education system in the U.S. has faced in the past decade, and even going back further than that, with the reforms for No Child Left Behind, with constant budget struggles, it's never an easy task to develop an education system that hits all of the things that children need. And yet we saw Hamilton County take these challenges and really be successful.
And has your perception of Hamilton County schools changed since you began spending more time here?
In the time that we have worked with Hamilton County schools, I think our perception has changed only in that we've become even more impressed. One of the things that struck us about Chattanooga and about Tennessee was the collaboration from the state level, from the county level, the city level, across political parties when it came to actually the economic incentives and the work that brought us here in the first place. That same collaboration we're seeing at the public education school level, working within the community. I think there's a reason that Chattanooga has that slogan, "Can Do," because everyone wants to get involved to make anything that's going on in the city a success, and that's what we've seen with Hamilton County schools.
What impressed you most about Hamilton County schools?
Hamilton County Public Schools academies were very impressive to us from the standpoint of how our German colleagues view public education. In Germany, there is very much a training for apprenticeships that begin to train the workforce in the very skilled jobs that you would need to be an employee at the Volkswagen plant. And looking at the academies and what they are doing to begin to train students in those things so that they have a leg up when they go to a community college or when they go to a university to get the additional training. That's critical. It also gives the opportunity for these students to realize what they might love and have a passion about, or maybe something that they thought was going to be their interest isn't. So that early opportunity at the high school level to begin that skill set, so you are even more prepared when you get into a community college or to a university. It's really forward thinking, and it was very appealing to Volkswagen.
What's the most important quality you look for in your employees?
Passion about Volkswagen, because when you're passionate about something, you're going to put all your energy to the success of that project.
What type of educational qualifications do you look for?
Any student who is thinking about a potential career at Volkswagen should focus on the fundamentals: math, science, reading, writing. Communication is important when you're in a large assembly plant, but you also need to think about the fact that Volkswagen really is an engineering company. German engineering, precise, technical. This plant is going to be absolutely state-of-the-art and a benchmark facility for the entire Volkswagen group. Take, for example, the paint shop. There cannot be any dust in the painting of a vehicle, and so there are no employees in their painting of vehicles. You might not think of someone with a paintbrush. It's absolutely automated and robotic. So if a student is interested, they're going to need to have a skill set of really understanding science, math, and engineering so that they can be involved in the process. And so I would say really focus on those fundamentals. Start thinking about what you want to do for a secondary education. If it's community college, if you want to go to a university, that training is going to put you above and beyond the rest of the workforce and really position you for a great career at Volkswagen, not just a job, but a career.
Are critical thinking skills important for your employees?
Critical thinking is absolutely essential when you're working in an environment such as our assembly plant here in Chattanooga. You need to be a problem solver. And that's why I can't stress enough the importance of the math and the science training. When you think about what algebra teaches you about critical thinking, when you think about geometry and the other basic math skills, this is critical in helping to solve problems and work with your team to come up with solutions.
Could a person find employment with Volkswagen who has a high school diploma but no additional training?
At the Volkswagen plant, about 80% of the workforce will be actually working on the factory floor. And for people interested in those jobs, a 2-year or 4-year education post-high school is going to be absolutely critical. This is a highly automated plant. It is absolutely state-of-the-art. Robotics, automation, understanding engineering principles, being able to problem solve and to think critically, all of those skills will be essential to what we're looking for in the workforce.
Okay, any other thoughts on public education in Hamilton County?
Volkswagen sees tremendous opportunity in its partnership with the Hamilton County Schools, and we're looking forward to working with the school system to help develop programs that will help students. And so when we think about what we'd like to see more of from Hamilton County Schools, I think we want to be a partner in helping with that. And we're really looking forward to a long relationship and to helping students get prepared to one day become a Volkswagen employee.
We hope you enjoy this PEF podcast of Voices of School Success. To be notified of future podcasts and other information on Hamilton County Public School reform, sign up for the PEF email newsletter at www.pefchattanooga.org.